I want to talk about autistic burnout. I have been struggling recently and I wanted to talk to people about it, but I just haven't had the ability to pick up the camera. I haven't had an artistic thought in my brain, and it's not depression. I think it's very easy for people to say you're doing things that you enjoy less, and people automatically assume depression, which I suppose is a good thing because they're thinking about it, about mental health problems. But there's a fly. Hopefully you can't hear that. There we go again, brain fog. People automatically assume it is depression if you're doing things less that you once enjoyed. It's not the same though. I've been depressed a lot. I've been through some really dark times and it doesn't feel the same. I can't do anything. I don't feel depressed, but I don't have the motivation to be able to do anything or even think. Just to make this video is taking so much, not even energy, and I know what's caused this. I think that's the problem. Moving house, as much as you don't realise how many yawns I have to cut out of my videos, so many yawns. But the thing is as well, I know what's caused this. We moved house. It's a big move. It was the best thing for us. We literally bought a house. So I'm not complaining about my circumstances. I am so lucky and privileged to be in a position to have bought a house, but it's a big change. And there was a lot to do. There was also a lot going on. And I kind of almost expected this to happen at some point. I take at least 25 yawns out of every video that I film, by the way. Might leave that one in. But I think it is an accumulation of all of the new things. I've been overstimulated, like decorating, like new house. I'm just tired. Even just speaking is really difficult. Putting on my camera voice, I'm getting agitated now because I'm struggling to think. I'm struggling to talk. I'm struggling to present any kind of personality that anybody would want to watch. I don't know, it's just tiredness. And I don't do this because of the size of the audience. I do it for the one person it might help, but it's difficult. But it's not even just doing this, it's my actual job, it's personal life. I already struggle keeping up with friends, keeping up with plans, making plans. But at the minute, I am so burnt out that the week are just flying by and I am so tired all day, every day. Most days I can't think straight, can't think properly, and then I'm just begging for the weekend to come. And then when the weekend comes, I just want to lie on the couch and do nothing because I'm so tired. But that's basically what I'm doing through the week anyway. The thought of having plans is awful, but then not having plans and not doing anything is awful for my actual mental health. And in reality, what I do need before I fall off the cliff is a spider. Sorry. I think in reality, what I do need is, without there being an expectation to do anything, because I've been down this road before, even before I knew I was autistic, where things just get too much and I get too tired. It's like my skin looks awful. Yeah, I'm not having the best time with my skin either. Believe it or not, I do skincare every night. These angles. But yeah, go in here. The thing with burnout is as well, it doesn't always hit you in the moment. So you can push through really busy times, and then there can be even sometimes just a lull where everything's going great. It feels like you've got your life together, everything's fine, and then you struggling to get out of bed, you can't think, you don't have the energy to do anything, everything's irritating, everything's overstimulating. The worst part is I know how to fix it, but we live in a society that doesn't allow for it. And so I know what always ends up happening, and I've talked about this before, is there's like a build-up. It's like a pattern I never really understood when I was younger in terms of like school and then other jobs before the job I've got now, where I would do really well and then I would burn out and then I would just fall apart, wouldn't be able to do anything, be off for a really long time, go back in, fresh start with the aim and then the desire to do amazingly well, would do really well, then would crash. And it's been a pretty consistent pattern in my life, and I was told when I was diagnosed with autism that this is the burnout pattern that a lot of autistic people struggle with, because we've got the desire and the need to do really well and to be loved and to be liked and to be successful. But when we don't put the right things in place to protect ourselves, don't give ourselves enough time, grace, rest, we just end up burning out. And I think that's what's happened. I had the new house, I've had lots of changes in work, I've had lots of health problems. It's like physical health problems that I'm dealing with, hospital appointments, decorating, changing everything basically in my life, and now I'm just tired. And really, if we lived in a society that was designed to be a bit more understanding of taking rest before you hit rock bottom, I would take a few weeks off in order to not hit rock bottom. But unfortunately, what probably is going to happen, and what normally happens, is that I will have to keep going until I physically can't or mentally can't, which ends up causing more problems because you end up off for a lot longer. And I think it's frustrating that I can see that coming, but there isn't anything I can do. You can't really go to work and say, I'm really struggling right now, or I think I should take some time off to stop me having a complete burnout, because you can't take the time off before it's happened. And unfortunately, that's the problem with mental health. I think with physical health, obviously, you take the time off when you're sick because you're sick and that's why you can't actually work. But with mental health, you really should be taking the time and the rest off before hitting that point, to prevent you hitting that point, so that you don't have to actually get so bad with your mental health that you physically can't do anything. I always thought it's quite strange. It's also the added stress of knowing that I can't really take any time off because, you know, we have a house to pay for, and knowing that that's there and looming definitely makes things harder. For those who just want to know what burnout is, what burnout feels like, it's not depression, it's not sadness, it's just tiredness, but to the point where I can't watch any films or TV shows because I just can't commit to them right now. My brain doesn't have the ability to function enough for me to watch, understand, connect with characters, worry about whether it's going to be really sad and then affect my mood. It's too much. I haven't watched a film or a TV show apart from Game of Thrones or House of Dragon for months. And even when that comes round, I'm like, oh. I mean, I enjoy it when I watch it, but I don't know what it is. It's the commitment and there's not enough in my brain to even think about whether I'm going to enjoy it. It's hard to explain if you've never experienced it, the amount of energy it takes. Some people see TV as you just throw it on and it's fine. You just throw a show on. But that's not how my brain works anyway. And right now I just don't have the energy, mental energy. The same with food, picking stuff for tea. But then at the same time, I've gained weight. I'm struggling to exercise because of a physical problem, which means it's impacting my weight, which is also then impacting my mental health. But every task I think about that I need to do feels like giant weight, and I'm not strong enough to lift it off me. It's just everything. The only thing I've been managing to do is go on walks with my partner. I've always found walks quite helpful, but it's just I'm in work and that's hard. And I don't hate life. I'm not sad. I'm not even really numb. I'm just tired, and I know I'm reaching that point where it's just gonna fall apart. So it's hard, it's difficult, and when I say fall apart, I don't want people out there that are listening worrying. I just mean in terms of my burnout's just gonna hit maximum. Then you have to deal with all the emotions and the guilt and stuff that comes with that. So yeah, not the most positive video in the world, but I wanted to be honest. And for anyone out there that's ever been through it before, how do you help yourself? Please leave a comment down below if you've got any tips. I only just found out recently that this is autistic burnout, so that would be helpful. And anyone else going through it right now, as much as I seem very doom and gloom, I've been out the other side before. I know it's possible. I just wanted this to document so I can look back on when I am feeling much better, and for anyone else, for when I am feeling much better, to see how far I've come. Please do subscribe, please like the video, it really will help the channel and I would really appreciate it. I talk about all things mental health, autism, taboo topics, and hopefully I'll actually get another video soon. That is everything for now, wherever that you are. I hope you have a lovely morning, day or night, and I will see you again next time. Bye!